Welcome to the Nexus of Adventure, where stories transcend the page, a place where heroes and villains clash. This is Break, Battle, and Roll. It's once again time to break, battle, and roll. Welcome back, everybody. Aaron here, taking you into the fourth and final installment of our beta episode, Murder Mystery Adventure. As before, our players are Chad Stafford playing Timothy Biscuit, the Kenku Bard, Janelle Wilke playing Flowerkraut, the Half-Elf Warlock, and Dustin Blechschmidt playing Sherman Gepherd, the Dogfolk Paladin. We hope you enjoy the conclusion of this miniseries and can look forward to the Season 3 premiere coming soon. Now, let's jump right into the recap of our hero's previous battle. Timothy squashed the newly summoned demon. Sherman impaled the Zavart Warlock on a javelin, while Flowerkraut charmed Marv, the Zavart assistant. With their new friend in tow, the party is led through yet another secret door, where they discover a weapon puzzle in the next chamber. Sebastian's plans play right into the solution with the battle axe of the lizard folk, the rapiers of the frozen saws, Sir Gegelruck's long sword, and the daggers of the Niddlepashas completing the order of execution. There, before them, the large iron doors mechanically unlock and allow passage forward.
And it turns out it was just a new car.
Yeah, you won a new car!
You only have to pay the taxes on it! That's such a great deal!
Guys, I can't believe this. We'll never have to walk to our next town again. We got a new car.
Timothy, the price is right.
Yeah, you just gotta give the steering wheel a good shake.
I think we'll leave that to Timothy Biscuit next time.
Yeah, you can shake the dials. You can pick the song. Just, shake it until you find something you like, then stop. Just stop there.
But what if something else that's better is on a different radio station?
Listen, you can shake it as much as you can. You can shake it when the commercials come on, then you find something new, and then you shake it when that commercial comes on.
Oh, that's fair.
Just don't go shaking any horses. They don't like how you do.
Don't shake me, dog. I prefer to be stirred, not shaken.
I don't know what's happening.
All right. What are you guys doing?
Do we perceive anything beyond the secret door?
Darkness.
Well, we've already clarified that I don't have dark vision. So I feel like it's up to the two people that do have dark vision in order to see past this abyss.
Oh, you don't have dark vision, Timothy? I've got dark vision.
See, Marv, that's already something you do better than me.
Marv is pretty amazing, you guys.
See, Marv, you're good at several things.
Thank you, and I must say I am quite impressed that you solved this lock so quickly.
I mean, we were told what to do by Sebastian.
Oh, yes, of course you did. And he would have told my good friend Flowerkraut how to do this, so that makes perfect sense.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, of course. Isn't that right, old crowdy girl?
Oh, Crowdykins, you.
Oh, my God.
Yes, that has always been your nickname that we've called you.
That has totally been a thing that we established. This is the relationship we have. Yes. Crowdy girl.
It's all coming to me now. Crowdy girl, yes, that's what we used to call you.
Sherman, what the hell was that? I whisper.
I don't know. I'm doing my best, okay? I'm not good at lying.
Well, should we go talk to Ciavelli now?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we're here. Well, let's go ahead and, you just walk through and take a look? Timmy Tom, why am I doing this to you people?
Yeah, that is me. That's Timmy Tom Tim. That's, we've always done this, Marv. This is just our thing.
I can't wait until I've got a name for myself.
Yeah, you're Merrily Marv. You're just so happy to be you.
Oh, yay.
Because you are something to be celebrated. And that's a rock fact.
I feel so honored.
That is a rock
Thank
fact.
you.
Oh my God.
Finally, someone appreciates me around here.
Marv wipes the tears from his eyes and
gestures for you guys to walk into the room. He just waddles ahead of you into the darkness.
I'm gonna be devastated when he realizes that we're not friends. I hope we've, built a friendship at this point.
I really feel like we've done more for him than anyone else has. Tim, do you want one of us to light a torch for you so you can see better? Or?
Oh, it's so nice that you think of me. I would appreciate that greatly. As we have established, I don't have dark vision. Never did, and potentially never will. And that fact keeps me up at night.
Well, at least it's dark while you're up, so it might be easier to go back to sleep.
Timothy stares off into the distance.
Like the recent discovery is keeping you up at night. All right, so Sherman, you have a torch.
I light a torch.
And you guys walk into this room. You step into a deteriorated, grand chamber. Perhaps once this was used long ago as a council circle. Dust-ridden seats fill the upper tiers around you, while the ground below is covered in more detailed glyphs and runes. Think of a small stadium where there's seats all around the upper tier that kind of ramp upwards, but then the center is just a small, central chamber where someone could stand and speak. The floor is completely covered in all these summoning runes, like what you guys had seen before in the other room. However, this circle, this pentagram, makes the last room look like small fry. The rafters up above you support torn tapestries and banners, and large spider webs string from one to another. This place has been abandoned for a very, very long time. Truly, this room appears to have been long forgotten by the people of Risle.
Can I do a perception check to see what is going down?
Sure.
If I see anything especially of note?
Yeah, go ahead and roll.
Okay. Oh my god, my dice are way over here. No!
All right. While Flowerkraut is collecting her dice, is my divine sense picking up anything not good? Celestial fiend undead within 60 feet?
It is not.
Okay. Well, that's a relief.
Alright, I rolled an 11, and I have +2, so 13.
13. You look around, and the room, for the most part, is mostly untouched, except for this area you guys are standing near, this central pentagram of glyphs and runes. Although you do see up in the rafters a set of metal parts that are just hanging from strings, and then you see these buckets hanging up there as well. And as you're kind of panning across the ceiling of this room, you see a figure, almost a silhouette, kind of step out on a rafter well above you, barely visible against the flickering of Sherman's torch.
Holy fuck, who's that?
I suppose you're here to tell me that Sebastian Burgwahl is dead.
Reluctantly so, ma'am. Ma'am? It sounds like a ma'am. Are you a ma'am?
It definitely sounds feminine, and you see her step into the light a little bit more. She has very feral aspects about her face.
Like what kind of feral?
Like frozen sauce feral?
Yeah, because if
it takes a second to really fit. I mean, besides the simple fact that there's fur on her, but then the ears and then snout, she looks kind of like a bat.
Oh.
It's an extremely dope aesthetic. I'm just gonna have to say that out loud.
I feel like if we could harness your energy and market it to children, we'd do quite well for ourselves.
The typical hero types. Raid the lair, learn the truth, foil the plans.
Oh, she already spoiled it. We're gonna foil the plans.
Oh, a divine destiny reading.
Do we pay for this?
I just figured that was the plan this whole time, right? You wouldn't be down here unless you came to foil some poor Breakbat's plans, would you?
Are you poor like us? Because we're heckin' poor.
We're like share one mug of beer between the three of us poor.
Oh, I get it. You're doing this for money. Oh, I want to throw up now. This is just sad.
Excuse me, miss? Miss, what is this that we're doing, miss? I gotta admit, we're just kind of here because, well, we really, when you think about it, we had no place else to go.
Yeah, very much a series of happenstances led us into this scenario that you have found us in.
And now you have the gall to play dumb with me? You clearly killed my associate, Sebastian Burgwahl, and then came down here with his key and probably... Marv, what are you doing down there with them?
This is my good friend Marv.
Yes, Hillbilly, I wanted to introduce you to Flowerkraut. She's my friend. She's not your friend? What have you done with Marv?
Marv and I have been friends for years. What are you talking about? You clearly don't know his personal life.
This is worse than I thought it was. I mean, not only did you come down here to foil my plans, but you came down here to steal my minions from me?
See that, Marv? We call you a friend. She calls you a minion. Who's the real villain here?
You make a very good point, Timothy. I don't think she appreciates me either. Timothy, you're so wonderful. Flower, Sherman, I love you guys.
We love you, Marv, no matter what happens.
Marv is just like pressing his forehead against Timothy's leg.
Oh.
Now remember, Marv, you gotta be your own rock. You can't just lean on Timothy all the time.
Yeah, also because I'm very frail and I'll fall over myself.
Did Sebastian at least give a fight?
Listen, Ciofeli, we're gonna come clean with you because we're not exactly entirely sure what's going on. We were not at fault for Sebastian's death. In fact, I thought he was quite the fancy man and enjoyed his boisterous nature. I don't think any of us would have ever seen to do him harm. We have no connection to this place or its people. We were simply hired to do a job, and we found ourselves in this situation by happenstance upon his death. Everybody was either sent in for questioning or were sent to the jail cells, which we found ourselves in. We don't know what's going on here.
So someone else killed him.
You don't have any clue about this? You haven't heard what's been going on up there?
Well, I've heard word. I knew he wouldn't last. He slipped up and he angered that Frozensaw's woman. She killed him, didn't she? She killed him. Doesn't matter. With Sebastian dead, I have no choice but to carry the plans in haste.
Yes, the plan. What exactly is the plan?
Well, I just recently updated the plan, and I updated it with killing you three.
That sounds like a terrible plan.
Counterpoint, let's retract that update. Let's give it a little proofreading, and we'll get back to you.
Why don't we workshop this a little bit?
She stands up, and you can see her wings spread out on the rafters, and she yells out,
Raxivorts, come to me! Destroy Risle and all of these cursed bullywugs.
and you see rats scurrying along the rafters above you in all directions. You watch rats hurry over to one of those suspended buckets that you had seen, Flower, and they tip the bucket as this coagulated blood just like plops out of the bucket itself. It just slops onto the like upper tier where all the seats are in this chamber, and you see this blood like takes form of a frog.
Oh my.
And it begins like slowly hopping down the stairs towards the center of the chamber. And she calls out,
Accept these bark jarglers as tribute, my lord. Bathe in the bullywug blood and manifest before us.
This might be the first time I haven't been appetized by something that fell out of a bucket.
everybody, roll initiative.
Oh crap.
That's a 19 from your boy.
I got a 12.
14.
19, 14, 12. All right.
Is Marv joining us in combat?
Yes, he certainly is.
This is the end of Marv.
Oh my god, Marv, get behind me!
Marv has a 5. He's so fast. Okay, Sherman, you're going to start the round. Now, let me explain a little bit of what's going on around you.
Okie dokie.
You know that Ciofeli is up in the rafters, and there's these rats that are tipping buckets. You guys pan the room, and you see that there are 5 buckets hanging from the rafters. They've tipped the first one, and this Bargjargler is bounding down the steps towards the runes on the ground. The runes are kind of like emanating some kind of slight magic, but she just basically told her god that she's attempting to summon to consume this blood.
Yeah.
So go ahead with your turn, Sherman.
All right, so I feel like we've got to stop that Bargjargler from getting close to Blood Goop. So I will go ahead and charge at it with my long sword and shield out. Do I reach it in time?
Yeah, so you run to the edge of the lower, platform, and you start climbing the stairs up.
2 at a time.
Yes, and you easily reach the Bargjargler.
All right, well, I will go ahead and take a good hearty swing at it.
All right.
And that's going to be a 23 to hit.
Oh, that most certainly hits.
All right. Well, then I will be doing a D8 plus 6 damage. Woo, rolling hot today. So that's going to be 13 damage.
13 damage.
13. Yes, that's the number.
All right, Sherman, you come down with your sword, and this Bargjargler literally just explodes into a blood splatter. All over the chairs, everything just...
Oh.
Does it cake into the burnt parts of my pelt that are still left over?
No, not the bog jugglers. Those are Phyrexivorts.
We gave you the opportunity to workshop with us. This is what you get.
Timothy, it's your turn.
Yeah, we're gonna Rexivort your plan, lady.
Ooh, that's a good one, Sherman.
Yes, that was funny. I used to worship that god, and now he's a joke to me.
The power of rock.
The power of rock.
The power of rock compels you.
Timothy, you are up.
I am all out of spells. I am all out of bardic inspirations. All I have are my wits, my rapier, and this sling, which I am going to use because I do not want to get too close to this thing. So I will attempt to hit it with a sling.
All right.
Ooh, that a big ol' 8.
Oh, it bounces off a couple of the rafters and comes right back down and lands in the just freshly squashed puddle of blood there right in front of Sherman.
See, this is why I don't use slings very often. Also, I don't have dark vision. I can't see very well. That's my excuse.
I could show you how to use a sling, Timothy. I have one right here. See,
Marv, it is up to you to inspire me.
Okay.
Yes, use your Marvic inspiration on him.
Yes.
It is Flowerkraut's turn.
Heck yeah. Okay. Let's see. Question for the group. Do you think it's a good idea to cast infestation on some rats and make them, get away from buckets? Or I can just blast the hell out of some peeps?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you want to do.
We support you either way.
If you're trying to stop the rats from knocking over a bucket, then go for it.
I'm wondering if that would be useful, or if I should just Eldritch Blast the rats. It does a 120-foot range, so maybe I should just do that to kill them.
You could do that too, yeah.
Elderly Blast. I do have a bardic inspo up my sleeve, thanks to Mr. Biscuit's last round.
Okay.
Do I still keep that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm still heckin' inspired from that rock. Especially seeing Timothy and Marv do a little ditty together, and it was beautiful.
It inspired you to fart better.
It just makes me want to be a better farter.
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Okay, so it's a 15, and should I add some biscuit inspiration?
There'll be some beefy rats. If not, we got to worry about them more if that's the case.
Yeah, I'm scared of those rats.
Okay, so in not using the bardic inspiration, yes, you do hit the rats.
Ah, yes. Okay, great.
She lives on to be inspired another day.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to that. It's gonna stay on my Pinterest board for a little bit longer. Okay, so I roll for dammies. All right, that is a 5 plus 3.
8 damage. All right, so you send an elderly blast at this swarm of rats, and you can see a bunch of rats just, they just go flying. They smack into, the wood rafters. A couple of them just like fall to the ground and hit the chairs. But the swarm is, it's still held together pretty well, and they're continuing to move along. All right. It is Ciovelli's turn. She dives off of the rafters, and you see her.
Oh no, she dies?
I don't. Can you? Come on.
She draws forth a scimitar, and she is going straight for Sherman because he's messing with her barg jarglers, which sounds really dirty. Oh boy, so that's a 16 on the die, plus...
I'm assuming that's gonna hit.
That is a 21 to hit.
Oh, it does!
Cuts into you with her scimitar, and she does 8 damage to Sherman.
Owie.
She then uses her nimble escape to do a disengage as a bonus action, and then she flies over to Timothy, who threw a rock at her, and takes a swipe at him with the same scimitar.
Hey now.
Oh, but she rolls very low. I don't think a 9's gonna hit you. Sweeps right over the bird's head, and she flies right past. She literally does like a dive attack, and just she's back up into the rafters again.
I saw my life flash before my eyes.
You're telling me, buddy.
There was so much more I needed to do.
You got all your feathers intact, Mr. Biscuits?
He's got a bald spot now.
Hey, no, it's just the one feather sticking out of that bald spot.
Oh.
All right, it is Marv's turn. He looks at you, Timothy, and he goes, "Watch this, Timothy."
Oh my god.
And he starts spinning around his sling, and he lets loose a stone of wisdom.
A rock of ages.
And totally whiffs.
Oh no.
I guess I'm not as inspirational as you are. I'm sorry.
Hey, you know what that means? We're brothers in progress. On a road of betterment.
Yes, we're both growing together. All right, the rats reach another bucket and drop yet another barg jargler onto the steps.
Oh, fun. Okay. Is that one also near me?
It is about 20 feet from you.
Okay. How high up in the rafters is the bat lady?
So the rafters, if you're at the top of the stands, I guess is what you'd call them, the rafters are about 15 feet above that.
Okay.
So like Timothy and Flower are down in the center of the chamber, which is a full 15 feet below. So it's like 15 feet of climbing steps, and then you have 15 feet of ceiling of distance between the top seats and where she's up flying around.
Okay. So if I had 30 feet of distance, where she's flying, is it within 30 feet of me?
Yes.
Okay. I am going to sheath my... Or I could drop my sword, I guess, temporarily. I'll drop my sword and pull a javelin out, and I'm going to hurl a javelin at her.
Alrighty.
Alright, here we go. Alright, that is going to be 15. Does 15 hit?
A 15 hits her.
Alright, I am going to turn this into a smitey javelin.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Sherman.
Let's go.
So let's go ahead and add those 2d8s to this. Here we go. So that's an 8. That is a 6. So we're at 14, 15, 16, 17, plus my javelin normal plus damage. of 6. So 18, 19, 20, 21, 22? Yeah, 22.
Oh my lord.
Holy shit.
My.
Oh man, you impale her on this radiant javelin. This just streak of white light flies out of Sherman's hands. And you just see her like, you know, like when a flying, you know, creature gets hit by something and you just see a spin of wings up in the air. And then it kind of balls up. That's exactly what happened. She's like screaming at the top of her lungs.
Oh my god, you killed my bar jugglers and did this! Oh, I hate heroes, I hate them so much!
See you, Felly. More like see you later.
Oh, good, Sherman. That was nice. I wish I would have thought of that one.
Timothy, you're so funny. She was my boss, but now she's a joke.
Marv, I love your outlook on life.
She was my boss, and now she's a joke.
Is she out of the fight, or is she still up?
Oh, she's still up. She's just hurting bad.
Oh my gosh.
Timothy, it's your turn.
She's still up high. Mm-hmm. And we've got the rats, and then we have this construct, this goopy construct, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess if I'm able to just hit that, I'll just run up to it and draw my rapier and attempt to hit it.
Okay.
Tap that Timothy Biscuit.
Go ahead and give me a roll.
Oh, yes, that's a nat 20. Yes!
Oh my gosh, Marv did inspire you.
This one's for you, Marv!
It's so beautiful.
As the rapier gleams off of the torchlight, go ahead and roll the damage.
Okay, so that first one with the +2 comes out to 10 damage.
That kills it.
Oh, okay.
Explain to me what you're doing to this bark juggler.
Inspired by Marv, the quick wits of my best friend Sherman, and the fartacular spectacular from my other best friend Flowerkraut, I frantically grab my sword, realizing that there's no other options but to get a little goopy, and I charge at it with my sword pointed forward and just charge right through it like a rapier cannonball.
Oh man. All right, Timothy, I want you to roll me a dex saving throw to see how clean you come out after this.
Here we go.
Whether you tablecloth it just right.
or you Gallagher it.
How's a 14 do for me?
Hell yeah, dude. So you've got a couple little bits of blood on your tunic, but other than that, you just like, this thing exploded in all other directions than where you were. You hit it so hard with that rapier, just pop, balloon, blood everywhere.
I totally imagine like when Gohan goes Super Saiyan 2 and he does the first punch and it just like the impact makes everything else just dissipate.
Yes.
And there's nothing left.
All right. It is Flowerkraut's turn.
Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna blast this bat. This biatch.
Oh no. Wait, oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god, yes. All right. Let's see. Just so I can make doubly sure that I hit her, I got an 18.
Is that with your +5, 18?
Oh, that is not with my +5. Okay, god damn it. I keep forgetting that. Okay, that's a 23 then.
Oh, then you'd most certainly hit her.
All right, beautiful.
She's like spinning up in the rafters, and she's like writhing in pain as you just like angle, hypotenuse, bend over.
Alrighty, let's see what we get. That is a 7 + 3. I hit her for 10.
Oh my god.
Get a load of this.
She looks so hurt.
Wow, Flowerkraut, she got a load of it.
What was that?
Not to your tastes, I see.
Egregious stench of justice.
Okay, so Theophiles is up, and she She gets impaled and then blasted against the ceiling.
She's having a day.
As she falls, she is going to use her nimble escape to hide as a bonus action. I need everyone who's, all three of you, even Marv, I'll roll for him too. I need all of you guys to make a perception check.
I feel like Sherman should get an advantage because he's going to smell it.
Yeah.
She just got blasted.
She got up in my face. Can I smell her?
You certainly can. She's got Flowerkraut scent on her now.
Oh, I know that all too well.
18.
All right.
I got a dirty 18.
Oh, that's just a 13.
And I'll roll for Marv here. She is incredibly agile and stealthy, and she gets the drop on Sherman. She basically disappears into the rafters, but you guys surprisingly lose sight of her as she's behind this plank or that, until she just drops from the ceiling directly above Sherman.
Again?
Oh, does an 18 hit Sherman?
That is my AC,
Oof.
you saucy minx.
Good thing she had the advantage on that one, or else she would not have hit. And she does 8 more damage to you with her scimitar.
Okay.
And then she spins around again and goes for a second attack. This one does not have advantage because she's not attacking from hiding. Oh man, 21 to hit. She's angry and she wants to kill a dog.
What's the lowest damage she can do?
And she does 9 damage to you with the sword.
Sherman, no!
Sherman gets absolutely rended by this awful, awful lady who is way more rude than any cat I've ever dealt with in my life. I'm down.
So Sherman falls down, lands, on the steps there in the stands, and Seofeli, she's standing on the ground. She's not in the air, and she's just kind of looking over Sherman, and she looks over her shoulder at Timothy and Flower, and she narrows her vision on Marv and says,
Marv, I don't know what kind of bit you're trying to pull here, but I really could use your help right now. You're a joke, Seofeli. Timothy made a joke. and now we're gonna kill you.
Kick his ass, Marv. Or her ass, my bad.
And he starts spinning his sling around again.
Marv.
He's
Marv.
getting
Marv.
you right.
Marv rolled an 11, and then he gets a +4. He rolled a 15. He hits her.
Yeah, he does.
Marv does 4 damage with his sling.
Is that enough? Does Marv kill her?
And he knocks her ass out.
Oh, that's so poetic.
You hit it where it counts, Marv.
Who's the joke now, bitch?
Amazing.
You guys see that happen, and then immediately after that, another bark juggler drops from the ceiling.
I don't see that happen, though.
It is Sherman's turn. Sherman, give me a death saving throw.
All right.
Don't like that.
Nah.
That's a 19.
Ooh, that's a save. Woohoo.
Success.
Timothy, it is your turn.
So how many of these bark jogglers are there? 2 now?
There is 1, because you just killed one. This is the 3rd one that's dropped down. There's 5 in total in terms of...
Oh my god.
Well, there's 5 buckets, but
Okay.
only 3 have dropped so
So
far.
we already dealt with 2.
Yep.
The rats are still going.
Guess I have no choice. I will just continue to fight these things as they fall.
Okay. You run to the next bark juggler. Give me a rapier.
Oh, that's not good. Is a 10 gonna do anything for me?
A 10 still hits.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't have skin.
That's gonna be 5 damage.
All right. It's you pop some of it, but it is still hopping down.
Is there any way I can use my offhand attack with a dagger?
You can, yes.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna do that. And so here we go. Oh, that's not. Nope. That's a 6.
Okay, yeah, that misses.
I think about using the dagger. I'm like, how cool would it be if I was like holding a rapier and a dagger at the same? That'd be pretty cool.
Pretty fucking cool.
That's such a rock thing to do.
You know, it's like I think in the rule set, a rapier is not considered a light weapon. It's still a finesse weapon, though. I like the idea of a rapier and dagger as like a weapon set, so I'm totally down with rapier being light so that you can do offhand attacks. So this half-formed blood toad is still hopping down and it's just bloop, 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 bloop. It is Flowerkraut's turn.
Yeah. Okay, so, side question. Is there anything I can do that can assist Sherman in getting up, or is he just, like, on his own for the time being? Because I don't have, like, health powers.
Right. So you can use your action to roll a medicine check.
Okay.
And if you roll high enough, you essentially can stabilize Sherman from dying.
I think I kind of want to do that and get Sherman back in the fray.
I mean, he'll
Is that
stabilize.
okay with you, Timothy? Do you think you guys can handle him?
He's still rolling death saves, so he might be okay if you want to try and blast the rats again to make sure they don't drop any more of these things.
And we still have a half alive thing, so I can blast that guy.
I got one success. I'm good. I'm golden. I'm feeling
Okay.
large and in charge right now.
All right.
If anything comes my way, though, please don't let it hit me.
All right. I'm seeing that Sherman has some good puppy dreams happening right now, so I'm just gonna.
Oh, he's chasing rabbits.
My paws flipping.
Look at his paws go.
I think he's running away from the pearly gates. So okay, we'll do another elderly blast.
All right, at the rat horde.
All right, 15 plus my is 5, so 20.
A dirty 20, that hits.
Yeah. Doing it this many times in a row is like really helping me like retain the information. Like, okay, this is how you do this, Janelle.
Some might call it a filthy 20.
All right, got a 9 plus a 3, 12.
Oh yeah, these rats, like more rats blow apart from this thing. And there's not very many rats left.
Oh, good.
That's a heavy-duty fart. Damn.
Yeah. It's, you'd think the rats could handle, foul odors and stench and whatnot, but not this potent. Not this.
This is ungodly staunch.
Like, imagine a fart that's worse than the plague.
Right.
I am one of the horsemen of the apocalypse.
Even the rats wouldn't carry your plague, Flower. Okay, that is Ciodetti's turn. She's knocked out. Marv purposefully hit her with a stun attack, so she's not dead, and she's gonna roll a death save. Let's do that. She rolls an 11. She's doing pretty good. Marv runs over to Sherman, and he is going to see if he can patch him up a little bit. So Marv rips some of his tunic, or some of his little loincloth off and starts wrapping it around Sherman's wound. Let's see if he can roll a decent medicine check, if he knows anything about medicine. That is a big old 6. Marv doesn't know what the fuck to do.
Marv, I think what you're doing is called malpractice if you were a doctor.
I like calling it Marv practice. Hey, did I make funny, Timothy? And he looks back.
That was freaking hilarious, Marv.
By the way, your friend is dying over here.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to process that. If anything were to happen to him further, I would be devastated for all times.
We must compartmentalize right now.
Okay, at the end of that round, another barg juggler drops to the ground. You've got 2 on the ground. One of them's been hit, but there's 2 hopping towards the center.
Oh, you gotta stop them from getting there.
I'm doing my best.
Sherman, roll another death save throw.
Roll well, Sherman.
All right. Oh, that's a 5, so now I'm 1-1.
The opposite of well, Sherman.
And that's a rock fact.
The rock stops speaking to him now. Watching over all of you from the door in the dungeon. Timothy, you're up.
All right, here we go with another strike of the good old rapier dagger combo. That's a dirty 20
Oh.
for the rapier. You hate to roll low on the damage. That's a 3.
That is a 3. It's barely holding together.
And here comes the dagger. Oh, no.
What does that mean?
I rolled a 1.
No!
The cruelest of all rock facts.
You fucked up, and now the DM is gonna make you roll a d6. Do it, Timothy.
I don't want to. You can't make me. You simply can't. That's a 5. What's a 5 do?
All right. You simply miss.
You know, sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's all you can ask for.
This like half-formed, quarter-formed bloody frog just keeps eluding you somehow.
You know, I haven't done this rapier dagger combo before, and I'm learning it. You know, I'm just figuring it out.
It's Flowerkraut's turn.
You know it. You love it. Let's do another blast. Can I get both of them in one shot? It's like 120-foot range.
Not quite. But as Eldritch Blast does level up, you get to fire multiple Eldritch Blasts in one turn.
Multiple depth charges.
Oh,
Got it.
yeah. You're gonna have like an automatic firing butt at some point.
A double barrel ass cannon.
That's right.
Mwah. Disgusting.
She like cocks her leg and just stop, no more.
From cheek to cheek, they go squeaky squeak.
Christ.
Well, you know, if you can cock your fist before you punch, you cock your leg before. Is this going at a bark juggler, or what are you firing at?
Oh yeah, the jargles.
Okay, which one? The one Timothy's fighting or chasing down, or the
Would I
fresh
be
one?
in the way of the blast zone?
No.
It's one of those auto seeking farts.
I don't know. I guess we should cut down the one that's already almost dead, right?
Yes, absolutely. I could use the help.
Okay. All right. Gangway, Mr. Biscuits.
I'm ducking already.
Got a 16 plus the 5, so a dirty 21.
Yep.
And
I remember my dirty 21st.
okay, well, I'm glad I went for the weaker one because I rolled a 2 plus a 3, so 5.
That is enough to splatter that thing all over the place. Seofelli is going to roll another death save. Let's see how she's doing.
She needs to knock it off.
15. That's 2 saves.
She's doing better than me.
Crap on a stick.
She's almost stabilized. Marv is like desperately trying to stop the gushing blood that's just pouring out of Sherman from all of these stab wounds. He is going to try one more time to roll a medicine check. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. He rolled a 16. I think he figured out that blood is something that you need in your body. So he stopped it from coming out of your body.
He's so used to cultivating it from unwilling sources that he forgets that's
Yes.
what we need to live.
Do not harvest. Do not harvest.
Yeah, he's used to the reverse process of removing it from things. So you're stabilized, Sherman, but you're still at 0, so you're not awake.
I'm just here.
You know, that's okay, Sherman. In the grand scheme of things, we're all just here, witnessing the universe unfold before our very eyes.
The 5th bark juggler drops out of the bucket as the last 3 rats in that swarm just hang on the bucket.
I don't like what the universe is unfolding before my eyes.
So there are 2 bark jugglers. One of them has made it halfway down the stairs at this point and is soon going to be at the center of the chamber. It is Sherman's turn. You are stabilized. You don't need to make a death save, but I will allow you to make a death save in case you get a nat 20, which basically would allow you to pop back up.
Okay, let's give it a shot. You're not gonna do the converse where
No,
if I roll a 1, I'm
No.
bleeding out again. Okay.
It unclotted. Oh no.
No, that's an 11. Still
Okay.
still
Hey,
sleeping.
That's still good though.
snoozing.
So that would have been similar to the I'm rolling with advantage. I hit with the first attack, but I might as well roll the second one to see if I crit kind of thing.
Yeah.
All right, Timothy, you just saw this bar juggling splat in front of you that Flowerkraut pinned down for you.
Oh, I really wish I had spell slots. This is torment for a bard.
We should have had a little nap.
Do you have cantrips?
Let me look. I don't think I have anything that would be particularly... I have Vicious Mockery.
Oh, stabbing does way better than that.
Yeah, I'm like,
think.
I don't really know. I've got nothing to work with. It's a giant slime ball. I mean, it's, you know.
If Bat Lady was still around, we could definitely demoralize her with that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that see you later would definitely have been my Vicious Mockery. All right, let's kill this stupid blob. All right, here we go. Rapier again.
What happened?
Is it another one?
What the hell, man? That's another one.
Oh no.
You hate to see it.
Ooh, hate to see it. Roll a d6.
That's 2 ones in a row. Okay, here we go. And Timothy stabs himself, and he is now dead. That's a 6.
Ooh. Oh, you just eliminated any kind of chance of screwing up that bad. You just stab right into the ground as this thing hops past your leg. You're just like, I'm just gonna pin you right here in the. Damn it!
It's like I stabbed into the slime thinking that would stop it, but it just kept moving.
It moves right through
And
it.
that just left that bit of slime. Oh, whoops. Okay, that didn't work. Think it through, Timothy. Think it through. All right, I will try to hit with the dagger.
Okay.
Oh, that's better. All right, that's a 19 to hit with the dagger.
That hits. So it should be just a straight D4.
Yeah. Ooh. Hoo, hoo, hoo. Oh, I don't get to add the +2 to it, don't I?
Right. Because it's offhand.
That's right. Okay. Well, then it's just a 2. It's just a 2. You know, but every bit counts.
All right. A little bit of red jello comes plopping off of this thing.
Ooh, red jello.
Gross.
Little cube of jello.
Little cube of jello.
Don't eat it, Timothy, please.
Somehow, some way, it is looking rather appetizing. Maybe it's because this is such a poorly lit room and I don't have dark vision.
Oh, but
Like, that looks like pudding.
you've got the torchlight that Sherman brought in. Even if the torch is laying
It's
on the
just
ground.
burning on the ground.
Yeah. All right, it is Flower's turn again.
Okay, all right. I'll attack the one that's getting close to the middle, right?
Yeah, that's the one Timothy's on as well.
All right. Out of the way, Timothy. I got an 11. Did that hit?
That hits.
Okay.
I imagine that her elderly blast, as it hits these things, it just creates this air pocket inside of the gel, and it just begins to expand.
Oh, like a ballistics gel, like,
Yes.
cube. Gross.
You see this little thin stream of the entry point, and then
It's just like nasty.
All right, I got a 5 plus a 3, so 8.
that blows it up exactly as
Yes.
described.
As described, creme de la creme.
Oh my gosh, Timothy, you've got so much goop on you at this point.
Got all the jello on you.
To continue the Dragon Ball Z references, I Goku'd onto him and I was just like, just fire, Flowerkraut, fire with all your might. She special beam cannoned out her butt and bore a hole right through the jello.
It's a special bean cannon.
Is that all of them, or is there still one
There
more?
is one more. Ciofeli fails a saving throw, so she is up 2, down 1.
Yeah, how do you like that?
And now Marv, seeing that the dog's gonna be okay, he turns and goes over to where Ciofeli is laying, and he just kind of sits on top of her. He's like, "This is the boss now." Hey, Flower, my good friend Flower, do you see what I'm doing? I'm protesting. I quit this job. How do you like that, Ciofeli? I quit.
Marv, I've never been more proud of you in my entire life. You are amazing.
Oh, by the way, your friend's okay. He's gonna pull through.
I can see that. He seems like he's happily snoozing, and we'll let him.
There are no more barg jarglers to drop, so the rats, they just scurry away.
They form a union.
Yep.
So did she just like train rats to drop buckets? Is that like the only thing?
She trained them to drop buckets, but then one decided that this wasn't the life that he had chosen for himself and actually sought a career in the culinary arts.
Aww, it's Remy.
Aw, ratatouille.
So, Sherman, you want to give me another opportunity to pop back up? Go ahead.
I will give it a good old college try.
Believe in the rock that believes in you.
I don't. So Sherman's just laying there, and you can see his one of his paws doing that little like twitch thing, and he's going,
Aww.
like having a dog dream, but he's not waking up.
Timothy, you're up.
Here we go. Good old combo that hasn't failed me once.
It's only failed you twice. Perhaps it's failed you 3 times, but never once.
Never once did it let me down.
You're once, twice,
Well, that's better than a 1. That's a 2.
3 times a rapier.
So I'd rather miss. Here comes the dagger. That's a 9. That's not going to hit. I'm pretty sure they need a 10.
Nope, that hits. A 9 hits.
Well, here we go. That's a... Oh, wait, I don't get to add the plus. That's a 2.
2 damage. Another little chip off the old blob.
God, I feel like if I just started singing to it, that would be more effective.
Just put it to sleep. Or make it dance.
Sweet, sweet blob o' mine.
Tweet, tweet, blob of mine.
On Flower, you're up.
I'm glad I had a hearty meal this evening. It's really coming to my advantage.
That was this morning.
God. That's been brewing all day.
Well, we've had so much coffee. Just so much coffee. 90% coffee.
You know, it just goes right through
Yo
you.
tengo una pregunta para Aaron. Aaron, did we have dinner or did the murder interrupt dinner?
We had hors d'oeuvres.
You guys didn't get any of that. You guys got a couple hors d'oeuvre snacks, but then you had the sad realization when you walked into the dining hall that they weren't feeding the escorts.
Yeah, we straight up said we were going to steal so many, like, pigs in a blanket and little cheeses.
Yeah, I like to
Flower's
think.
just farting in rebellion. She's really hungry.
It's what happens when your empty stomach just creates just gas.
All right, I rolled a 9 plus a 5, so same old, same old.
Oh yeah, that hits.
And that was an 8 plus 3, 11.
Oh yeah. So Kasplort, last bar jargler,
Gross.
again added to Timothy's attire.
God, it's like I'm standing in a slime minefield.
I'm painting the Timothy red, baby.
Am I on Nickelodeon? This is getting ridiculous.
Slime time live!
All right, that is it, folks. The rats disperse. The barg jugglers are exploded all over the place. Timothy is no longer a blackbird. He is more like a robin, I guess, now.
He's a cardinal.
There you go.
Call me Red Robin. Yum.
Timothy just produces a burger out of nowhere.
Oh my god.
I produced a burger in my mind. I'm so hungry.
Sherman's nose starts wiggling, but he's not awake.
Did you know they have endless fries? You can order the fries first. They'll bring you a side order of fries for your appetizer, but you don't have to pay for the appetizer. It's just your side of fries.
Really? Wait, hold on a second. You can do that?
Oh yeah, I do it all the time.
Yes, yeah, totally.
That's amazing.
And, alternatively, if you want to be like more health conscious, they have endless broccoli as well.
Who does that? Why would you do that to yourself?
Endless broccoli, endless farts.
Endless broccoli? I mean, yeah, it's always endless because I ain't touching the stuff.
I don't know anybody who would do such a thing.
It depends on the broccoli.
I mean, you can haggle me into the sweet potato fry territory, but now you're just pushing it.
Yes, Mr. DM. How long did the battle take and our little puzzle take in total?
It's probably only taken you guys like 15 minutes with all of this.
All right. keeping a mental clock, just keeping a little mental clock on how long our buddy Marv thinks we're still his buddy.
All right, guys. So there's a bunch of blood everywhere.
Oh, I know it.
I mean, it's all over the place.
I'm trailing it.
Marv is bouncing around on Ciofeli's unconscious body, and there's a dog running in his sleep trying to catch that rabbit.
Yeah, how do we get him to not be like that anymore?
You wait.
I mean, can I do a medicine check to maybe just bring him up to 1 HP? Is that possible?
No, you would have to have some kind of way to heal him. He could heal naturally with a hit die after he's out for, an hour.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't lay hands or tongues on myself right now.
Lay tongues?
I mean, I could potentially do the Song of Rest if we take... I can't remember if Song of Rest is a short rest or it has to be a full rest.
I believe that's for short rests.
Short rest. We can do a quick short rest, and I can use the Song of Rest to give you an extra 1d6.
That would be lovely.
So you guys sit down to catch your breath, maybe clean off some jibs from your tunic, because Timothy, you sit down with your loot and it's just squish.
Oh, it's caked. Oh, it's in everything. I just start dumping it out of the hole. It's just in there.
Some nice coagulation happening.
This is gonna be a really weird cadence, but I'll figure it out.
Plunk, plunk.
So you guys sat down to kind of give Sherman a moment to come back to you. But in that moment, a rumbling against the far wall of this chamber reverberates across the room, and you see a panel slide open from like the opposite side of the room from where the door that you guys had come in. And torchlight from this dark tunnel emerging into the room, and you see a number of people come walking in, and you look up, you see Bullywug guards with torches in hand walking into the room, and they begin setting torches into the sconces, like the hooks around the room, and very tightly fit through the doorway comes Baron Burgwahl as he... What is the meaning of this? And you see all of the representatives come filing in behind him. And when you see Yalister step into the room, he looks down, he sees Sherman, and he goes,
"Oh God, Sherman.
And he runs over to him, and you see Yalister produces a potion from his coat, pops it, and sticks it down Sherman's throat. Sherman, you recover 2d4 plus 2, I think it is?
He cares about me. He does like me.
Aww.
I lean over to Flowerkraut. This is a big moment.
Am I rolling these d4s, or are you rolling these d4s?
I can roll them really quick.
I trust yours.
Yali is a pally.
Yali's helping his pally. Looks like you get 7 hit points back. And you see, you guys are kind of sitting, in the middle of this chamber, with this pentagram under your feet and blood everywhere. And Marv looks up, and Marv's like, "Oh shit."
What is this room? What is this blood everywhere? Hey, you're the people I put into the prison.
Well, to be fair, you put a lot of people in prison tonight.
The only reason we knew you were in here is because Moaz's people said they heard someone singing about a secret tunnel.
Ow.
Gaggle Ruck will be our undoing.
Gaggle Ruck's just singing in the jail. He's just been singing the whole time. My friends went into a secret tunnel.
They left me behind to go into a secret tunnel.
I tried to get him out. I at least offered him the courtesy of pulling on the bars.
3 people fully armed to the teeth because they somehow got all their stuff back, went into the secret tunnel.
Thanks for the tip, Guzzlewog.
I'm sweating.
I didn't know you could fit in here, sire.
I love him. I love him.
You've never had reason to come down here before. Okay, so Yalister jumps into the middle of the room and he goes, "Okay, your sire, we're making progress here. I just ask that you just keep your calm. We have lots of questions still. Nothing is answered quite yet." He turns around and he looks at the three of you and he goes, "What the fuck happened down here?"
A lot of people attacked us for no reason and no explanation is what happened down here.
There's a lot of dark dealings and summoning portals and creatures being amassed into some sort of army. Lots of secret notes left behind by Sebastian.
What?
Yeah, there was a secret chamber behind a secret wall where a depressed stone that spoke to me.
Preposterous! No!
Flowerkraut, you have all the notes, all of the dirty dealings that Sebastian was up to. It's in his handwriting. You'll recognize it.
Oh, yeah.
Your sire, this is worse than we thought.
You see Colin Nettleposh steps forward.
You see these adventurers, they're trying to frame your son's good name. You can't let this happen, sire.
I mean, it wasn't all bad.
Yeah, don't get so uppity. He definitely wrote something fun about you in here. I pull out the hot goss.
Ridiculous. What proof do you have?
There's literally a puzzle back there that led us into this chamber that was in the order of who he wanted to murder.
How do we know this is not the work of 3 cretins?
Yes. What proof do you have that my son had anything to do with this?
Do you have any of his writings that you can compare these notes to? Because I have some handwritten notes that we found in his secret chamber.
Also, if you bring Sir Gegelruck here, he will confirm that Sebastian had a secret chamber that he often visited in the jail cells. He was the reason we knew where to find it.
Bring Sir Gegelruck.
Marv looks at you, Timothy.
I am suffering from a bad case of fight or flight right now, Timothy. I don't know what to do.
Hey, just be the rock. This'll be fine.
We also helped Marv here move into upper management. So that's great, right?
Also, speaking of upper management, what's below Marv will also be quite telling, as this individual, Ciofeli, seemed to be in cahoots with Sebastian on the whole ordeal.
Is it dead?
It's knocked out and being jumped on currently by our friend, but she's alive.
Find that bat.
You see a bunch of bullywugs run over and they wrap up Ciofeli. Marv walks back. He kind of steps off of Ciofeli and he goes,
What Timothy says is true. She was the mastermind of all of this, and the Sebastian Burgwahl, he was working to do what he says. He was going to summon Raxivort. I served under him until my good friend Flower showed up and showed me the light. And now I can follow my true passion. Playing my drum with Timothy Biscuit.
We're a band now.
Hell yeah, you guys are a band.
a couple guards come into the room holding Gegelruck.
Hey, Geggles, how's it hanging?
Oh, I guess there was more to this dungeon than I thought there was.
You didn't know about this place? No one in this room knew about this place?
This chamber was like the Turduncan of secret doors. Just when you think you found the last one, oh, there's another one.
Yalister turns around and says, "You know, I think there were more in this room that may have known about this." He peers around and he looks at Moaz and he looks at the Baron and he looks at the Nettlepashes and he goes, "I think someone's not fessing up. What do you say, Baron?"
As this is going down, I'm going to lean towards Sherman and Flowerkraut and mention that, you know, out of all of the people that Sebastian wrote about, Yalister wasn't one of them.
Very true.
You know, you do have a bit of a point there.
He seemed to be an outsider.
Well, let's just see how this plays out, but maybe Yalister is up to something.
The Baron turns to Gegelruck and says,
You knew about this. Why did you not say anything?
Well, you see, sir, your son swore me to secrecy, and as a knight, I will not dishonor him.
Very well. What was he doing down here?
Marv says, he was summoning Rexavort, Baron, and he was going to destroy Risle. You could even ask my good friend Flower. She has post-it notes that she used with all of his plans on them.
Let me see those.
Yeah, here's the hot goss about everyone. And I hand him the post-it notes.
He takes them from you, and he's looking through them, and you see that there's this great look of confusion, sadness. He's reading through each one. You know, he's looking at the battle plans to destroy the Nettlepashes. He's not reading them any out loud, so you guys know what was on these things. All of you roll an insight check.
Ooh, I haven't done that yet.
Oh, thank you. Finally a good roll. That's a 19.
Oh.
As I raise an eyebrow and beam at Yalister.
It's a 6.
Okay.
I got a 6 as well, plus a 4.
My good friend Yalistar, he healed me. He brought me back from the brink.
Timothy, you're looking at Baron Burgwahl's face. And as he's going through these, it seems that you would know, you are a performer. He's putting on an act.
He darkens the sacred arts.
Sherman and Flower, you guys are not paying attention to Burgwahl as he's doing this. I want you both to roll a perception check as you're looking at everyone else in the room.
Is this something that I can smell?
It is not.
Damn. Okay. 6. I rolled 2 3s in a row.
Sherman is more concerned about the pain he's in, that the fact that his body's holding together somehow. What did Flower roll?
Flowerkraut is hella oblivious. She rolled a 2 plus her 2 perception, so 4 total.
Okay.
So I'm going to lean in again. We're still in the huddle, and I'm just like, okay, scratch the Yalister thing. The Baron is in on it. I can tell from his expression. He's acting, and not very well, I might add.
What? This is total news to me.
That's amazing for you to pick up on that just from the reading.
You can see it in his eyes. His big, glassy, gross eyes.
The Baron crumples the notes in his hand and shoves them into his robe.
Oh, that's so deep into his robe.
Ew, into the folds.
Yeah, we're not going to see those ever again. And if we did, I don't know if I'd want to.
This is ridiculous. Anybody could have written this.
Sir, anybody. And if we all remember, Sebastian was somebody. So what we're saying is still, even potentially and hypothetically, possible and accurate.
Yalister looks around the room and goes, "Does anyone want to explain to me why there's blood everywhere?"
Oh, they needed the blood to summon the prescription, the pharmacist.
Marv, can you please fill in those details?
Marv says, "They were bog jogglers." And Yalister looks at him wide-eyed, and then he looks back at the Nettlepashes, and they both kind of like, they try to hide their surprise, but you catch a glimpse of the Nettlepash twins just look at each other really quick. And Yalister says, "Bog jogglers. A bog joggler can only be formed from the blood of a bullywug." And he looks back at the Baron. "Which bullywug? Indeed. Colin, would you be so kind of... Or Candace, maybe you could assist us down here." And the twins step forward and they go, "You're wasting our time, Yalister." "I don't think I am." They walk down and you see the Nettlepashes, who you'd learned before were very much practitioners of the arts, of the magical arts. They begin to cast some kind of identify spell over the blood on the ground.
You're going to have to cast a whole lot of those on me.
Timothy is bathed in it.
Yalister just takes Timothy and kind of shoves him, like, kind of pivots him right in front of where the Nettlepoches are casting their spell so that you're part of the experiment.
It's good to be a part of something.
Timothy, roll a perception check as Yalister puts you in place next to them.
Oh my god. Thank you. It has been a night of lows and highs. I just rolled my second nat 20.
Oh, shit, dude.
That's a 23. Oh my god.
So as they're casting the spell, you look down and you can see on Candace's belt is a key ring, and there's a silver key hanging from her side, and it looks exactly like the one you guys had found in the study.
The Keyblade.
They finish casting the identify spell, and they look at each other and frown, and the Baron...
Well, spit it out.
It would seem that these bog jugglers were created by Sebastian Burgwahl. The Baron's just like dead silent as his mouth is open and he just doesn't have words.
This still doesn't answer who killed my son.
Baroness Moaz finally steps forward and she says,
Sire, it would seem that your son was meddling in the dark arts that are forbidden in this fiefdom. Regardless of what may have happened this evening, though I still have my suspicions, you have a lot of answering to do.
As Moaz starts talking to the Baron, is there any way that I can do an insight check on Yalister to see if he can be trusted with the information that I'm about to share with him?
honestly, there isn't anything that he's giving off in terms of nonverbals that would give you any inkling on whether or not to be trusted. It would basically come down to whether or not you trust him based off of his previous behavior and actions.
Guys, are you okay if I risk sharing some information with him?
He did immediately run to save my life when he arrived.
Okay, so I'm going to go over to Yalister and I'm going to tell him, Yalister, when we were looking through the chambers, we discovered a small silver key which allowed us access deeper into the chamber. The Nettlepoches, one of them is carrying an exact duplicate of that key.
Really?
Judging by the note that was left in regards to them, he said that the Nettlepoches were always agreeable, but they're waiting to strike. I will have to deal with them. Perhaps they were in on this plan and they decided to act first. Maybe they decided that they were going to deal with the sun.
Timothy, good job. And he turns to Flower and Sherman and he goes, very, very quietly under his breath goes, do you have the key?
Well, Sherman would like to see if his sense of dangerous intent can pinpoint if anyone in this group intends us harm. This background feature that I picked up for Sherman, it's called Guardian. So the feature itself is dangerous intent. You have an instinctual awareness of people's intentions. Whenever a humanoid that is not hidden from you intends to harm you or your allies, you feel it in the back of your mind. I equate this to a dog having their hackles raised, to that kind of thing.
Totally.
Mm-hmm.
You can make an insight check versus their deception to identify the target. You do roll at disadvantage if the target is within a large crowd. You must be able to see the target to use this ability.
Go ahead and roll, but you're going to be rolling with disadvantage, Sherman.
All right. Well, here we go. Damn it. Okay.
So on the low end, that
Is 9.
thanks disadvantage.
All right. So there's a lot of tension in the room. You can see there's suspicion everywhere. But one thing's for sure, no one's getting ready to pounce. No one's going to draw weapons and attack. At least that's the feeling you get. And Yalister turns to the two of you and says, "Do you have the key?"
Pull it out of my cloak. Here's the key. And I hand it to him.
Flower, is what Timothy says true? This key was found in Sebastian's study, and it opened up a door leading into this place?
Absolutely.
Very good. If you'll excuse me. He turns around. He looks at the Baron. Baron, might I show Exhibit A? And he holds the key up. You see, Sebastian apparently had more than one key to get into his little abyss down here. If I was to assume, Sebastian would have had his key on his person when he died, but we checked the body and he had nothing. And he walks over, circles around, and he goes, "Why is it then that Candace has the other one?" And he just pulls her cloak back, and there's the key on her side. And both the Nettleposh twins go,
Yeah. Where's the meaning of this? What is the meaning of this?
and Baron Burgwahl looks at her, and you see his face go red.
Candace, why do you have my son's key?
But I don't know how that got there. This is all a ruse. This is all a ruse.
And Moaz steps in between them and says,
So, Candace Nettleposh killed Baron Burgwahl's son. I did not kill him. Well, you lifted his key from his body. And I might add that it was very quickly that you did that.
Candace gets so mad, and she turns to the Baron and she says,
This proves nothing. You still haven't answered why your son is summoning demons. And what say you, Baron?
and they explode into this absolute argument, and just you hear accusations being flung this way and that way, and you can see that all of the focus, all of the blame is completely steered away from you three. Hell, even Marv seems innocent in this situation. And Yalister, while this is all going on in the background, he turns to you three and he goes, "Come on, let's get out of here."
Oh, you don't have to tell me twice.
He pulls you guys towards the entrance that they had come in from on the other side. As you guys leave, Baron doesn't stop you. It definitely seems from the profanities he's flinging out that he believes that the Nettleposhes have betrayed him. Yet the Nettleposhes keep throwing out that, what were your plans? Why did you crumple up those post-it notes? We need to know what exactly was going on down here. And Yalister walks out, Moaz walks out, even Gegelruck is just released, and you guys all leave. And you make your way through this passage that leads back into the main barony, and Yalister is very quiet the entire way. You guys walk out into the front where the carriages were all parked, the horse 1 and horse 2 eagerly waiting for you guys to get back. And Yalister steps up to the carriage and turns around, and you see this shit-eating grin on his face. And he's looking directly at the three of you standing there, and he's looking kind of more at you, Flower. And he just goes, "Oh, I could kiss you." And he starts to walk towards Flower. And Flower, you're just like, whoa, is he going to pucker up? What's going to happen? And you feel Yalister just brush right past you. And you guys turn your heads as Yalister and Baroness Moaz go at it into a makeout session.
Whoa, I did not see that one coming.
Oh, Yalister, that was so hot. Yalister.
Oh, Moaz, I've missed you. I've missed you
Oh my
so
god,
much.
I'm glad he wasn't gonna do that to me, is all I can say.
It was so hot putting on that ruse. Oh my god.
Oh boy.
We're together again.
What the
Ruse?
Oh,
Yalister, you've got some splaining to do.
oh, yes, I absolutely do, yes. And he goes and he flings open the back of his carriage and he pulls out this big fucking bag of gold pieces and he just lands it right in your hands, Timothy. Just ching, like the musical sound of gold dancing through your ears.
I've never seen this so bright, shiny, and oh my god, it's bigger than me. It's a bag bigger than me. It's heavier than me. I can't even. Guys, we're not poor anymore.
All right, yes, Timothy.
That's great, man.
This might be some blood money up in here.
Sorry, I got excited. Yalister, this doesn't explain things. We don't even know who broke us out of prison. We don't know who gave us our weapons. We don't really know why any of this happened. And to be quite frank, I have a sneaking suspicion that the Baron himself is in on this whole thing.
So as you're talking and holding this bag of gold, the carriages are kind of trotted out of the entry point of the barony, and you guys are kind of out on the road just a little bit, just casually walking. And the entire time, Baroness Moaz has got her arms like around Yalister, and they just look like so gleaming happy. And Yalister looks at you and goes, where to start? And he looks at Moaz. Do you want to start, my dear?
Oh, yes. You see, we in Frozensars, we received an anonymous tip about the Burgwahls, you see. Trust me, it's no accident that Baron Burgwahl was coming into power this day. There was a ploy to have the previous Baron offed. Anyway, we investigated the tip, and we found out a little bit more about Sebastian Burgwahl than we expected. Though when we came here, Sebastian put on a show, such flair. He thought we were truly oblivious to what he was really doing. We knew. We found out he was going to do something vile to this place, perhaps to the fiefdom around here. So I might have gotten in touch with my, she looks up at Yalister, ex-boyfriend. Yes, you see, that's where I come in. I can tell the rest of the story. Thanks, you, my sweet.
I take it's complicated.
You see, Solaria is not very well tied with Risle, and you saw it on everyone's faces. No one really expected me to be here. But we knew something had to be taken care of. Something had to be done about Sebastian Burgwahl. We needed to figure this out, and, well, we're brash people. We put together an assassination plot. And as you guys, come to a stop, you've got the two carriages there, and the one that Yalister had commissioned back in, by the bar where you guys had met up with him, and you've got Baroness Moaz's behind, and he goes, I have to apologize to the three of you. Part of the plan, and he looks down at the ground, part of the plan was to hire 3 suckers who would take the blame for the killing.
Well, that was your first mistake. You didn't hire 3 suckers. You hired us.
You're absolutely right, Timothy. You're absolutely right, and it could not have worked out better. And I'm so sorry that I did not have any faith in you to begin with. My pussycat here.
There it is.
She...
Can you please stop saying these words?
She actually poisoned Sebastian. The darkness, the weapons, the wounds, those were all my doing. And you see him snap his fingers, and like a circus appears around you guys. Like a fair. Like there's jugglers and there's people doing tricks and stuff like that.
I immediately try to pounce and steal a ball from a juggler.
I immediately run to like a ring toss game and attempt to win something.
Yeah. But I do it really badly.
Oh, hell yeah. You can conjure fairs?
As you do that, your hands go right through everything, and you realize there's no sound. There's no music. There's no... There's nothing. And then he snaps his finger again, and it all just fades away.
Oh, man, I thought I was going to get it.
Master of Illusions, Earl of Solaria, I did not lie about that part. When I found out that there was more to this, to just killing Sebastian, and even though my plan had worked so far and you three were being dragged to the dungeons, I made a simple suggestion to one of the Burgwahl guards. Go downstairs, unlock their cell, give them their things back. Maybe we'd find out more. Maybe I could get all of us out of this. But truly, I think the three of you got yourselves out. You've made me incredibly proud, and you've given me faith. And I thank you for everything you've done. I hope that serves you well. And he points to the bag of gold.
It'll serve us something.
What are you going to do now?
Oh, I'm going to Frozen Sauce. And you see him and Moaz jump into her carriage, and they're whip the horses, and they're taking off.
As he's leaving, I yell out, "Hey, Alistair! Next time you want to go to a party, maybe just send a card."
Will do, Sherman! Will do, Sherman! And the lovebirds disappear into the sunset.
Looks like he's gonna have himself a little mute beer tonight.
Oh, God.
That joke is extra complicated because Frozen Sauce is next to Sassafras, and Sassafras is known for its root beer, and, you know, they're next door, and so maybe, like, they have, like, root beer, but for, like, cats, you know. Anyway.
What the hell are you talking about, dog?
Hey, I didn't say you could talk!
Whoa. Now Sherman's getting spicy.
Spicy Shermy.
What's taking so long? Let's get going.
Alright, so Sherman's gonna hop into the front seat and hear, like, alright, guys, just like we practiced, you guys get it.
Let's see it, dog. Let's see it.
Hold on. Before we get rolling.
Aaron, did Marv come with us, or is he still...
I was just about to ask, what of Marv?
Oh, shit.
What of Marv?
Marv better be right here next to us.
Marv is definitely hiding under, like, Flowerkraut's robes. And
Oh, God, you should not be in there.
That's inappropriate.
That's, I mean,
Not for the reason you think.
all the residual stanks down there.
Marv, you're right next to the blast zone, my friend, and that is not a place you want to be standing near.
Marv, we've known each other long enough that you should know not to be that close to the blast zone.
you see Marv's eyes are wide with realization. It's been an hour.
The spell has been broken. It's the stroke of midnight. True love's kiss.
Oh, fuck. Cinderella story.
And Marv looks up at you, Flower, and he goes, "We're not really friends. It was all a lie."
Marv, we started out as nothing more than some confused combatants just doing the bidding of our masters. But I hope you can hear the sincerity when I say I think that you are one of the greatest treasures I've found on this whole journey.
That's good, because I feel the same, Flower. And he just hugs you.
Aww! I give him a big ol' hug.
And I give the money a big old hug.
Timothy, get over here!
Group hug. Sherman, get off the horses for 2 seconds. We're hugging it out.
Alright, hold on. Let me just hop on down there.
And you guys embrace there. And the last thing as the camera pans out is Horse 2 farting.
Wow.
And one more roll for animal handling to see if we can get the hell out of here.
Yes.
Come on, I've been waiting for this moment.
Camera pans out.
This is the end credit scene. End credit scene. The credits have rolled. It
That's
cuts
right.
back to Sherman with the reins in his hand and Timothy just staring wide-eyed and be like, "You can do it, Sherman. Be your own rock.
I gotta be my own rock.
You gotta be your own rock."
Alright, I don't cast Speak with Animals on the horses, and I just give the reins a good old shake. And I rolled a 6.
All right. You know what? We'll work on it. We've got plenty of time, plenty of friends, and plenty of money. Let's go.
You guys, I'm quite insanguinated.
What the hell, dog?
We've been over this.
Just let me lick my wounds in peace.
Flowerkraut's just inside the carriage with Marv, and like, we're gonna have such a banquet with all this money.
The physical ones and the emotional ones.
That's an 18 for animal handling.
Oh,
Mwah.
Damn it, Timothy. You're just a beautiful, beautiful bird, man.
As soon as I get him started, I hand the reins back over to Sherman and be like, baby steps. It's all part of the rock. It's all part of the journey.
Just had to get the rock rolling, huh?
Yeah, you just got to get the rock rolling, and then cue Born to Be Wild as we carriage off into the moonlight or sunset or whatever the hell time it is right now.
I like to believe you gave me a fake set of reins and told me to shake them again, but you then actually had the real
you
ones.
actually got the real reins. Oh, yes. And that is where we will end our adventure, you guys.